In this video, we shall learn how to use a pulse oximeter. Pulse oximeter is used to monitor the oxygen saturation in babies receiving oxygen therapy, in sick neonates, and during neonatal resuscitation to monitor minute-specific oxygen targets. Always remember that oxygen should be considered as a potentially toxic drug and should not be given for any minute longer than needed for the baby. Therefore, in babies receiving oxygen via prongs, hood, or in babies on respiratory support like on CPAP or ventilator, we should always adjust the FiO2 to maintain the oxygen saturation between 91 to 95%. A pulse oximeter has the following parts: a power cord, extension cable, patient sensor probe which is connected to the extension cable, main screen with display panel, control buttons which include power button, home button, alarm silence button, and the control knob. The display on the main screen has options for setting the alarm limits for heart rate and saturation. Let us learn how to apply pulse oximeter on a baby. First, connect the power cord switch to the main electrical supply. Switch on the machine by pressing the power button. Set the alarm limit for heart rate between 100 to 160 beats per minute and set the lower saturation alarm limit at 90 and the upper saturation alarm limit at 96%. Connect the patient sensor to the baby by wrapping it around the baby's hand or foot. The pulse oximeter starts detecting the signal from the baby and displays the heart rate and the saturation in a few seconds. Values are reliable when the plethysmographic waveform or the bar signal is good. The display is constant and not blinking or repeatedly changing. Values displayed may not be reliable in the presence of shock, cold peripheries, excessive movement, electrical interference, and exposure of the probe to bright ambient light. Now, let us learn the cleaning of the pulse oximeter. All parts of the pulse oximeter come under high-touch surfaces and hence need thorough cleaning and disinfection. Always ensure that the pulse oximeter is turned off and the power cord is disconnected from the socket before cleaning. Wipe clean the power cord and the extension cable with a surface disinfectant containing glutaraldehyde. Clean the main screen using a cloth dipped in soap and water. Now use 70% alcohol to clean the sensor probe. Take special care to clean the buttons, knobs, and screen in case of a touch screen device. The pulse oximeter should be cleaned at least once a day and whenever attached to a new baby. Some do's and don'ts while using a pulse oximeter are: in babies on oxygen therapy, always maintain the oxygen saturation between 91 to 95%. Do not apply sensor probe too tightly and inspect the sensor site every 4 hourly for any erythema or discoloration. Change the sensor site every 4 to 6 hourly. Do not apply probe to a edematous or a bruised site. Set the alarm limits properly and always attend to them promptly.